Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything. And if I don't catch your wavelength on this storyline, go check your other major placements. We're starting with the Oracle decks of Moonology and Work Your Light, and then we'll move on to Crow Tarot for a more traditional tarot spread. All right, well, let's see what these cards have for Gemini. Nada so far. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, la la. Taurus just got this one too. Not this one. Transformation. You are not who you were a year ago. Whatever changes you've gone through, whatever you've gone through in the past year has fundamentally changed you on some level. You are not at all who you used to be. You have healed a lot of old patterns. You have been, you've been deeply loved through this healing in a way that's sort of beyond love. It's, you have been felt as essential, right? Love we think of as a feeling, an emotion, a gushing of the heart. This has been more than that. This has been, through all of these changes and all of this growth, you have been more than loved. You have been essential. The universe has been holding you through this process. I'm not holding you, I want to say like holding you in an integrated way, not like here is this object and I hold it in my hand, but like here is this object, the universe, and it is not, it is both cup and hand. It is held in such a way that there has been no division. You may have felt the division. You may have felt, well, solitary, single, alone, separate. But this message is here coming through a little differently. You have been loved in a very integrated way, a very part of the fabric of the universe. So how do we love, something that just is part of it all, part of the bigger picture? Oh gosh. All right, I don't know why the FedEx man had to pound on my door like that. Normally they just kind of tap and run, but that was terrifying. Anyway, you aren't who you were a year ago. There are things changing at a cellular level. You are experiencing deep healing. And I want to just say you've been loved through this whole process. The universe sees the changes you're making, what you've done, and as you change you're at a cellular level, you're changing the universe at a very deep level because you're such an integral part of it, right? So so that's the message I got there. Whew, but I'm feeling this one, expect powerful change. I don't know if that was, that changed my energy completely there, but new moon eclipse, something really changing, and this is all about you changing, your energy changing, you're changing at a cellular level, and this again is powerful change. So I want to say that the changes and the transformation you have gone through and are going through are very powerful. They are changing your life, and as such, and as an integrated part of the universe, inseparable from the rest of the energy, you are changing the universe as you change. You're changing as you change and grow, like the puzzle pieces. Like if a puzzle piece were to change itself, all of the puzzle pieces around it would need to change. It would force change. Some of those puzzle pieces may be like, well, I'm out of here. I'd rather not do this. I don't want to change. And you're not forcing people to change, but just by you changing, people around you shift and change. By you changing your energy, the people around you shift and change their energy too. So there's some sort of, you're very integral into a community, into the universe, and as you make deep healing changes in yourself, you are healing the universe, healing the world around you, healing your community, and it is powerful, powerful work. We have answer the call, or the door, or whatever. What is your soul calling you to do? So, yeah, what's your soul calling you to do? Really listening to that. I feel like the universe, as such an integral part of the universe, you are being called into something. You are receiving a call, and this is saying, encouraging you to listen to that call and answer that call. What is your soul calling you to do? I was gonna say, like, answer the call. Like, you can say no or yes. I don't know why you'd want to say no, but to the universe, to the call of your soul, which is an integral part of the universe. There's something very purposeful and intentional. What you're feeling called to do is something very, it's going to create powerful change for you and your community. And it can be a small call, big change, small call. It can be you just changing how you roll, how you do things, how you deal with things. And whatever you're being called to whatever transformation, inner transformation possibly calls to you, whatever effect that has in your life is changing everything and everyone around you. This is true all of the time, but for some reason the cards want this highlighted for you right now. Past, present, inner landscape, what's the issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Alrighty. Huh. In your recent past, you have 3 of Cups friends. You've had a lot of friends in your past, good times with friends. Somehow this relates to the rest of the story. I don't see it right now, but also sometimes these cards can bypass me, and I'm here reading them to the best of my ability, and you're there sifting through what I'm saying. But sometimes, and perhaps this card, you know what this is talking about more than I do. So 3 of Cups, you've had some deep friendships, some lovely friendships in the past. You've been very connected. They have been very rewarding and fruitful friendships. Sharing hopes and fears, joys and concerns. This is referencing some sort of friendship from your past, or a friend group from your past, a community that's been very nurturing for you, and you've had good times with. You've had some drinks with, maybe, or something. In your current situation, we have 7 of Swords. Somebody's clammed up and is not talking anymore. Someone is trying to win through sneaky means. They don't want to deal with the situation anymore. I'm wondering if this has to do with this friend group or some sort of friendship situation, some sort of relationship that at one point was very healing and healthy. Now someone's been sneaky, someone's lying, possibly. This is like winning at all costs. Not necessarily, and by not at all costs, there's no brutality here. There's sneaky behavior, there's whispers, there's not talking about something. Someone's taking all of the swords, taking the swords and going. They're sneaking away with something. They don't want to fight. They don't want to have an argument. They don't want to discuss it. They're leaving the situation behind, and they're just not interested in a discussion. This can be silent treatment. Which is a form of control. Right? Because if we can't control the outcome, if we can't control the argument, if we can't control, then just take control back by not talking about it. We can control a conversation, we can control other people by not talking about it and taking all of the control for ourselves. So something that could be talked about, could be shared. Maybe there'd be other opinions. But someone's done with that and just has clammed up, doesn't want to talk about it, and doesn't want to engage in an open discussion about something. They might lose, right? Because there's a risk there. There's a battle here that they might lose. So rather than engage openly in the battle and empower you to be able to speak your mind, to say what you need, to say what you want, to speak your perspective, they're just not going to talk at all because they don't want to hear your perspective. They don't want to hear what you have to say. This could be you. This could be you. So there are times for that. There's a time when, yeah, we've discussed this as much as we possibly can, and now we're done because it's not going anywhere. But there's also a way in which not talking about something can be a way to, or lying about something can be a way to, you know, the response isn't going to be what you want. You don't want to deal with the response, so you just do what you want to do and don't let them see, don't let them know about it. And so there can come a time where that's an appropriate response, but there's also, you know, a lot of situations where that's a pretty unhealthy way to deal with conflict, of just being sneaky and lying and moving on. Not the world's best card or situation to be in. Your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, death. You'd like to be released of this situation. You don't like it. You would like an ending. Or either that or you're worried about an ending. If you're worried about an ending, I don't know why you're worried about an ending. I mean, I do know why. Everybody hates change. But especially externally dictated change. Change that because someone else changed their mind, now you have to change. So we don't like that. Like, that's a little bit of death. Every time we change, and we've got this transformation, we've got powerful changes coming in here. You're either wanting or you're afraid of these powerful changes, and it's probably a little bit of both, because when we change, there is a part of ourself that dies. That old self, the old self dies when we change. And we say goodbye to it. We might even need to grieve it a little bit, but that old self in a way dies. So every time we change, it can be a little scary. It can be scary for other people too, because as we change, our relationship with them must change. And then that's unwanted change. That's not change that they chose. So it can be scary. And then when their environment changes, when someone they know and love changes, they have to change too. And that feels like a death to them. It feels like a death to their self-perception. So your changing can ripple outward, but you really want something. I mean, this is expect powerful change. This is definitely you wanting and hoping and expecting for some sort of powerful change in a situation, some sort of situation to end. And so there's probably some hopes there and some fears there. You want this situation to end, but then this creates a whole unknown. What comes next, because we know that ending a situation, we know that this death card is the first step in a new life, in a new something coming in, and who knows what that's going to be. Will it be better? Will it be worse? Will it be what we wanted? So there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of fear of that unknown. What happens after death? What happens after change? What happens after a major change in our life? That's absolutely normal to be. As long as things we perceive things as being the same day after day, and then we perceive a routine, which is we can feel like we're in control. We aren't, but we can feel like we're in control. We can feel like we know where we stand. We can feel like all of this. But, so this change creates a sense of uncertainty. Who am I now in this new situation? So there is a sense of both longing for this death, for this thing to be left behind. I keep seeing these feathers being dropped. Here we have 2 feathers being dropped. So something being left behind that's no longer part of the situation, part of you. And then here we have 3 feathers being dropped. Something, again, in this deck, it seems to be something we leave behind, something that's no longer part of our growth, something that as we leave it behind, it facilitates our growth, right? Just we grow in the new feathers where the old ones leave. We have new ones. So this is, you're thinking a lot about a pretty big change, pretty massive change in your life. Powerful change. And what's at issue here is this reverse 3 of Pentacles. The team has fallen apart. There is no teamwork. Well, yeah, someone's walked away, someone's being shady, lying, or not talking about it. Someone's being pretty shady here. So yeah, this actually would be You can't have a team with someone who's lying or with someone who won't talk about it. That's not a team. Here we had this friendship, this beautiful teamwork, this whole group working together. Now we've got somebody who's having a bout of insecurity. They don't want an open communication. They don't want open argument. They just want to lie and cheat their way through the situation. It takes a lot of courage to tell the truth, and not everybody has that kind of courage or strength. So this is a person who is feeling very weak, feeling very vulnerable, and is being sneaky and lying about something because of that. That's what lies underneath it. We don't have to cater to that, but just understanding. You don't have to try to understand someone who's lying and cheating to you, but it comes from a place of not having the courage to tell the truth and face other people's opinions and other people's ideas about what should go on. So you'd like an end to this situation. Teamwork. Team has fallen apart. Nobody's working together. How can you work with someone who's lying and secretive? You cannot. So it takes a lot of maturity actually to be part of a team. So the team's not working together. You're not able to achieve the goals. Not able to achieve goals because people can't work together. People are being secretive and lying. So in your environment, though, we have the Fool. I like the Fool coming after death. I like this. This is in your environment, there is an opportunity to take a leap of faith. A leap of faith is being asked of you in your environment. The Fool card. Yes, yes, things aren't perfect. There's storm clouds, but there might be a clearing here. This is growth after disaster and muck. There's a new opportunity, an opportunity for a leap of faith to move forward in something, to do something new here. There's an opportunity for a new adventure in your environment. Your to-do list, there's an opportunity for a new adventure, like of the heart, I think. Like, because we have your to-do list, Ace of Cups, love, new love, bringing love into a situation, a new situation, a new love. It's bringing in a lot of clarity, a lot of passion. It's very passionate. This obviously, we start off with this Three of Cups, which is definitely relationships, right? Friendship, relationships. Maybe someone's clammed up because they actually have feelings for you, and it's sort of destroyed a dynamic that you don't like, but there's a love offering here. There's an opportunity to build something new, emotional. There's joy. There's like overflowing joy and clarity. And this is your to-do list. And it has to do with a relationship. Very clearly, we have these two crows. We have these two crows that are not working together. It's almost like there was like three people and now one's dropped out. And there's an opportunity for you to take off on something. So we have these crows that aren't working together, but here we have two crows working together. Here we have two crows that there's a lot of beautiful emotion here, a lot of gorgeous new growth and new life and new feelings and new emotions, right? And this one's coming in with some clarity and some sun, and this one's gazing deep into their feelings and feeling very deeply, and there's an overflow here. There's a new relationship, whether it's romantic or not, I don't know, but there's a new relationship coming in, and a new opportunity, and this is beautiful. Someone's bringing you something. It's very fulfilling. So this is your to-do list. This is what you're looking for, an opening. Maybe taking a chance on a new relationship, taking an opportunity for a new relationship adventure. Ace of Cups. And this could be sharing your emotions, engaging somehow with a new relationship, and with very fulfilling emotions and feelings. Going from the secretive, private, secretive space to this like full engagement with love. So this is your to-do list. It takes a lot of courage to do that too. It takes a lot of courage to share vulnerable, loving emotions. Possible outcome, though, is 3 of Swords, heartache, quick heartache, like a breakup. I mean, something's like you can bring your emotions and express your feelings. That doesn't prevent other people from leaving. But your job, I think here, this isn't guaranteed, right? And sometimes this comes in as a warning. Like if you don't share your true feelings about something, if you're clammed up being secretive and being quiet and lying about how you really feel about something, if you're not, this takes courage, right? Because this is someone that lacks courage to communicate, basically. They lack the courage to communicate. This is someone that's having courage to communicate and having that courage to share their true feelings. I feel like this could be a warning. If you don't do that, there's certain heartache if you don't do it. If you do it, there's a possibility for heartache and heart pain and heartache. If you don't do it, that creates a certainty, right? There's only one way to make sure your heart gets broken, and that's to never take a chance, right? So taking a chance, having the courage to express true, genuine emotion. This could be you clamming up and being secretive about how you really feel about something. And wanting this change, wanting this massive change. No longer working with somebody or doing something. But there's this opportunity, right? Death and the Fool, right? Death inside, the Fool outside of you. This is powerful. This is transformation. This is answering the call. Right? And this could be you refusing the call to share something that's really calling your soul to you. And this doesn't even have to be relationships. You're calling here, and this is clamming up. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about, I'm not answering the phone. I'm not answering the door. I'm not answering this text message. I'm scared because I'm scared. This lacks courage because I'm scared. And then we have Ace of Cups here. This is having the courage to share true feelings with somebody, or your true feelings, having the courage to go towards something you're very passionate about. This is answering the call. What is your soul calling to do? Your soul is asking you to do something very fulfilling, and having the courage to communicate something that you love, to say what you love, to say what you want, right? Answer the call. What is your soul calling to do? What do you want? Say it, speak it, have that courage. Don't be this person that's sneaking away because they don't have the courage to say what they need to say. They don't have the courage to risk this. So we can either risk this or we can guarantee it, right? This heartbreak. So I like the odds of a risk better than the odds of a guarantee. When we're talking about heartbreak, right? You can either guarantee that you have a heartbreak by just walking away without expressing anything, or you can risk the possibility. So either we have a guarantee or a possibility. What would you rather have when it comes to heartache? Guaranteed heartache or possible heartache? Yeah, yeah, it's a risk, right? This is why we're so scaredy cat over here. It's a risk. It's a risk to go towards what we love. There's possible rejection, humiliation, all sorts of horrible things. But if we don't do that, we guarantee rejection. If you don't, the only person that can guarantee that your dreams won't come true, that guarantee that you won't get what you want, the only person that can guarantee that is you, by not pursuing it. Once we pursue it, well, then there are endless possibilities, and one of them is getting our heart broken. One of them is failure. One of them is humiliation. Yeah, those are part of the risks, but they're no longer guaranteed now. As long as we're going towards them and openly going towards what we love and answering the call for something that is calling to us, something that we do love, something that we do want. And if you tried a year ago, try it again, because you're different than you were a year ago. All right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, and comments. And I'll see you guys in a fortnight.